Welcome back to Playing the FTSE game, everyone. In today's video, we're going to look at the top 5 performing companies in the FTSE100 for September. We'll talk a bit about who they are and what they do. Then we're going to take a look at how 2 of the most popular ETFs have performed. And finally, what would have happened if we'd have left our money as cash, earning interest in the Trading 212 Stocks and Shares ISA. Now, just a reminder, what we're going to do on the channel, we are going to simulate 3 different tiers of investment each month into every single company. I've now rebranded what these tiers are called. So we have Seed, which will be a £100 a month investment. We have Tree, which will be an £800 a month investment. And finally, Forest, which is a £1,666 investment. This is because investing that much each month would max out your £20,000 ISA limit over the course of a year. Now, I must stress all the usual legal caveats here. This is in no way financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Investments can go down as well as up, and past, or in our case recent performance, doesn't guarantee future returns or success. We are simply monitoring the journey over time. Now, one final point here. I am not here to judge the rights or wrongs of any of these companies. We are looking purely at how their share prices and dividends are performing. Now that's all out the way, let's jump into the top 5. In at number 5 is Kingfisher PLC. Now, reading from their website, Kingfisher PLC is an international home improvement company. They operate in 7 countries across Europe under retail banners including B&Q, Castorama, Brico Depot, Screwfix, TradePoint and Coctas. I had no idea that B&Q and Screwfix were under the same parent company, so that is news to me. And if we look at how they've performed, the share price opened the month at £2.58, and by the time the month finished that rose to £3.08, so 51p growth or 19.6%. Now our return on investment, whatever tier we started at, would still be 19.6%. It's just that if you'd invested in one of the 2 higher tiers, your quantum return would be higher, but the percentage is the same. And then if we have a look at the graph here, what happened was a big jump on the 23rd of September. Now, why did that happen? That was when they released their half-year results. So it looks like that investors have responded well to those results, and the share price has gone up as a result. In at number 4, we have Anglo American. Now, reading from their website, Anglo American is a leading global mining company focused on the responsible production of copper, premium iron ore and crop nutrients. And as we can see from their graph, their jump happened on the 9th of September. Now, on the 9th of September, they announced a merger with another mining company called Teck Resources, who are located in Canada. They will now become a new company when that goes through, called Anglo Teck. Headquarters in Vancouver in Canada, but they will still be listed on the London Stock Exchange. Their share price has grown £5.23 in the month, and that is a growth or return of 23.1%. In at number 3, we have Fresnillo, another mining company. Reading from their website, they are a leading precious metals group based in Mexico. They are the world's leading silver producer and one of Mexico's largest gold producers, a FTSE precious metals group committed to a sustainable future. Now, they had a particularly strong start to the month with their share price jumping up in the first few days. They haven't had an announcement on their results or a merger or anything like that, but precious metals have jumped in price recently, particularly silver, which is up 16.1% in September. So it makes sense that Fresnillo, as the world's leading silver producer, would see their share price jump off the back of that. It has gone up £5.28, giving us a 28.8% ROI in the month. In at number 2, we have a company called Antofagasta. If you've never heard of them, you'll never guess what they do after seeing the other companies on our top 5. That's right, it is another mining company. Reading from their website, they are a Chile-based copper mining group with interests in transport. Their purpose is to develop mining for a better future in an innovative, sustainable and inclusive manner. Now, their share price has increased £6.14, giving a 28.7% return just on the share price. Something else that Antofagasta have done this month is pay a dividend. To be eligible for the dividend, you needed to have owned shares on the 4th of September. We simulated our investments happening on the 1st, so would have been eligible for that dividend. The dividend that they paid was 12.2 pence per share, and that got paid on the 30th of September, so just in time for these results. What we're doing with the dividends is we are simulating what would happen if we reinvested them at the open price on the date that they are paid. So in doing that, we would have bought 0.02 more shares at the seed level, 0.16 at the tree level, and 0.34 at the forest level. And we will track and add those to the investment and watch how they perform over time. So that leaves number 1, who are Babcock International. They are an engineering company. Reading from their website, they provide through-life technical and engineering support for their customers' assets, delivering improvements in performance, availability and program cost. They deliver these critical services to defence and civil customers, including engineering support to naval, land, air and nuclear operations, frontline support, specialist training and asset management. So they have had a particularly strong month with their share price growing £3.05, a 29.8% return, and they are our number 1 company for growth in September. So the first of the ETFs we'll look at is the VWRP, the Vanguard FTSE All-World ETF. That would rank 37th on our list of investments with a 3.6% return, a change of £4.26. So a pretty good month for the index. And that has been narrowly pipped in 36th place by the VUAG, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This tracks the American market exclusively. There is about a 60% overlap with the all-world ETF, but this has grown 3.7% in the month, a change of £3.36, but very similar to the all-world performance. I said at the start of the video we would track how cash would perform just sat in the Trading 212 Stocks and Shares ISA, where you can earn a daily interest. This would sit 64th in the September rankings of the companies we're tracking, as well as a few ETFs and other things. Currently the interest rate they are using is 4.05%. At the Forest highest level of investment, that would mean you'd have earned £5.37 on your £1,666. So that brings to an end this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do subscribe to the channel to follow along with the journey. We'll be doing other videos looking at the worst performing companies in the month and tracking the investments through October looking at the overall position as well as the month in isolation and how each of the companies are performing. So if that's something you'd be interested in, then please do subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.